All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all, Loma Lookboonmee versus Denise Gomes. First off, I got to say shout out to Denise Gomes, man, for taking this fight on short notice. As y'all know, she was stepping in for Diana Belbita. And a couple weeks before that, she just competed on Dana White's Contender Series for a UFC contract, got signed, and said, hey, I'm ready to get back in there. And, you know, taking on somebody like Loma Lookboonmee, hey, that's not an easy task. Even though I consider her undersized for 115, Loma Lookboonmee, she definitely makes up for being undersized with that intensity and that strength. Speaking of her strength, Loma's getting stronger. Loma Lookboonmee's getting stronger in there, man. She's making the right improvements, you know, as far as her ground game, you know, her wrestling's coming together, and that strength. You know, the way she was controlling Denise Gomes, who's a little bit bigger, because I know she fights at flyweight as well. Also, you know, she was able to handle her. I mean, she was handling her on the ground. And one of the things I said about Gomes going into this fight was that she can't stand with Loma. She's going to have to take her down. And every time she tried, Loma would reverse that game. She would take over and just get top control and land some vicious ground and pound in this fight. So Loma's definitely showing some nice improvements. How far she'll go, we'll talk about it at the end of the video. But going back to the first round, right away, Loma's kicks are no joke, man. I mean, she was landing harder than Gomes. Every time Gomes would try to throw that calf kick, Loma would throw something harder right back at her. And as Gomes came in head first, she landed a good right hand. Then Loma came back with a hard elbow, opened up a cut right away, followed up with a push kick and dropped Gomes. And right there I said, this that intensity I'm talking about. You know, if it's not the body kicks, it's going to be these Thai elbows that she's throwing. I mean, you know, she's a Muay Thai specialist, so Loma's going to be coming in there with that fierceness. You know, that's the one thing from her Muay Thai background that she brings over well over here. Gomes, she tried to go in for that clinch. Loma started using that wrestling to get the back of Gomes. Gomes, you know, she, like I said, I've seen some of her grappling before in some of her earlier fights. I'd say she's pretty decent, but it's just the fact that Loma's really strong now. You know, she's able to use that wrestling and just take over. You know, even whenever Gomes tried to get that arm triangle on her, you know, she was able to slide right back out, get back up, and finish the round off with some good striking, you know, good elbows up top. The second round, Gomes, he tried to go in for another takedown, but it was Loma who wound up on top. And again, you know, her control is solid. Gomes, you know, she's just giving up a lot of moments here because she's looking for submission. So once again, when they get back to the feet, the strength of Loma is just to me controlling this fight. You know, she's stopping takedowns, landing big knees in the clinch. Loma, she gets her own takedown in this round with the headlock toss and just lands some good ground and pound again. You know, I was loving these improvements because every time she gets her down to the ground, she's not just like laying there like a blanket. Loma's working. You know, she stays working. Now, there's a point in this round, like when she did get the takedown and she stood up, I was like, why did Loma just turn and walk away like this? Like she turned and walked away like the referee was separating them, which he wasn't, or she was doing it as just like a fashion thing, you know, like a little cocky thing. But when she turned around, Gomes jumped right on her. You know what I mean? She jumped right on her. Luckily, Loma was able to, you know, snap back into it and take control, and she still was able to finish the round off strong. But I just kind of thought that was weird myself. But going into that last round, Gomes, she came out swinging, throwing some good combinations, landed a good spinning back elbow on Loma in the corner because she knew she needed to finish at this point. But Loma showed a good chin, started killing it with the takedowns once again. I mean, she just stopped the attack, got another headlock toss on Gomes. Gomes, though, she gets the back. But Loma, she defends this rear naked choke well. You know, she's able to hand fight and just stay calm in that triangle body lock. And then Loma, she breaks free, gets back up to her feet in the clinch, lands some nice elbows, some nice shots in close. She wants to go down to the ground again. Loma's impressing me here. She wants to go down to the ground again, which she does, and she lands some heavy shots, just finishing off the round strong. So I was like, this round was kind of tight, but if you really want to look at effectiveness in this round, I still have to give it to Loma. So I had it 30-27, and I was surprised. I thought Denise Gomes would have made it a little bit harder, but every time she went down to the ground, she just got overpowered by Loma Lookboonmee, man. So yeah, 30-27 for me. Shout out to Loma. Shout out to Denise Gomes showing her heart. From here, man, Denise Gomes, she's been welcomed into the UFC, and the first thing she's going to need to do is work on that defense. She got to work on that defense. Sometimes she just goes in there head first and she thinks she can take these big shots, but hey, the more precise the hitters that the more precise hitters she faces in the strawweight division, the quicker the fights are going to be. She's going to be laid out on her back. I'm gonna just be honest. Let me be honest for a second. All right. The more Denise Gomes goes in there with these precise strikers, they're going to be landing on her chin, and that chin is going to get worn out, and she's going to get laid out. So she got to work on that defense. Gomes, another thing about her, she just got to be patient. She just got to be patient with the striking. Don't try to rush in behind these strikes. Just pick her shots, and just start using that kickboxing more effectively, where she can lure fighters in, where she can lure them into the head kicks, and stop trying to, throw those spin kicks from a mile away. You know what I mean? She's got to work on that stuff, because she can't be somebody like Loma at this point. She's going to have a tough road. She's going to have a tough road right away. As for Loma, the one question I've been wondering is, can she crack the top 15? After seeing this fight and the improvements that she's making, of course, it's going to come down to the opponents. I was thinking, can Loma crack the top 15? You know what? I think she can, because I'm thinking, if Carla Esparza can go on a 5-fight win streak, with these split decision wins and actually get the belt, I think Loma, with the right improvements, she can step her game up and she can get in the top 15. Now, can she get the belt? I don't know yet. But I think she can crack the top 15. As long as she keeps working on this strength on the ground and, she improves her hands a little bit more, I think she can get into the top 15. I can't say she needs to go down to 105 because there is no atomweight division. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be real. As long as she keeps making these right improvements, to make up for her size in this division, there should be no issue with her getting into the top 15 at some point, because I think she can still handle fighters like Pinheiro and Panay, or who else? I think a Tisha Torres fight would be tough for her, but making the right adjustments in the fight, you never know. That could be a fight that she could win. Some of those fighters that don't have a lot of power, they could definitely push her, up the rankings. So that's what I'm thinking, though, just early on. But that's something I'll talk about later, maybe like a live stream or video, guys. Let me know in the comment section about fight. What did y'all think about Loma Lookboonmee in this one? Do y'all see her any promise in her moving up the rankings yourselves? Denise Gomes, what she got to work on? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.